So, hi Tara, how have you got on this week? I know you've been
Yeah,
really, really busy trying to find your style.
yeah, not bad. I have to say that the video is taking so long. It's unbelievable. It takes longer than the
Yeah.
drawing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've really enjoyed it because I think it's focused me. Because for ages I've been saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to concentrate. I'm going to make sure I draw every day and find the thing I want to do. And of course, you don't do it. You slip, don't you?
Yeah.
Or even if you do draw, it's not with kind of purpose.
Yeah, I know
So
what you mean.
I definitely think this is helping. And I've tried a few things. You've seen, haven't I, what I've tried
I've
this week?
watched all your videos, and to be honest, already, I mean, I always saw a style anyway, but there's always a ribbon of it's. I think you like a certain thing, so
Yeah,
that helps. That you've already realised you like the big black bold lines, and you love the big eyes. You like quirkiness as well, don't you? So at
yeah.
least you know you have some kind of direction, which a lot of people don't.
No, but I suppose that's probably taken me a year to get to that point, maybe. So there was time before then, wasn't there, that I got to
Mhm.
here. But
Yeah,
now it's yeah, I've really enjoyed because I've been trying experiments obviously based on a Pinterest board. If somebody hasn't seen, it's basically I put a Pinterest board of 20 pieces of work. It was based on an idea by SVS Learn. Um, and that Pinterest board is all stuff that I really love. But what I've noticed is I was supposed to be originally I was thinking I was going to take those pieces of art and kind of use that in my work, as in not copy it, but apply it.
yeah.
But I've noticed I don't really do that. I do take
No,
a kind
I
of
don't think you do.
I
Your
take
your
inspiration from it.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whereas what I thought I would do is look at that style and then I'd draw a face in that style. I don't do that.
No,
But
no.
I'll just say, oh, I like the fact that someone draws intuitively, or I like the fact that they use solid black line. And I think that's as much as I'm taking from it.
So, I mean, obviously you've been doing a lot of drawings over the last week. Have you got a couple of favourites that you've learned something from?
Um, it's a silly one, but I mentioned in one of the videos, I really liked drawing with a black pen, but holding it slightly wrong. I haven't got the black pen with me, but almost, can you see that?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you're holding it like that rather
yeah,
than, and that felt much sort of freer, I
yeah.
guess, because I don't want to draw realistically necessarily. But a couple of things I enjoyed was, did you see this one?
Oh, I love that. Well, yeah, that was one of my favourites on the
Yeah, and
right.
that was the first day
And that's the
where,
one where you actually drew over a watercolour you'd already done,
yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah,
and I think that is a theme I might play with the
yeah,
idea of a bit of real mixed with a bit of
yeah,
not so real, if that makes sense.
yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be like this, but just as a kind of maybe a theme. So I like that. And then, I was telling you about the grungy line. I probably won't be able to find it now. There's a couple I liked. I mean, I changed my mind a bit, but I don't mind that.
I love that. I really love it. Yeah. And I
And
love the
then,
colour. I love the
yeah,
bright oranges and yeah, I mean I love colour anyway, but so maybe at the end of each week you should perhaps pick, I don't know, two or three of your absolute favourites, pin them on a board and then
yeah,
try and work out, which way you're going and see if there is already a style developing.
thread. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say to you? Oh, God. Oh,
Well,
God.
I
This,
can think
this is
of
our
some
age, isn't it?
I can think of something I was going to say to you because I
Okay.
know that you were getting inspiration. I don't
Yeah.
know what your art history's like.
Crap.
Yeah, mine's not great. But when I was studying a bit of art, I was looking at the Blue Riders. Have you ever heard of the Blue Riders?
No.
There was a couple. It was like an art movement, and let me get the name. One of them, I know their name. It's Vasily Kandinsky. Vasily, he's a German, so it's
Heard that
W
name.
A double Sile, I think. So Kandinsky, look him up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look on my phone for the other one
Trying to find a pen.
because Vasily Kandinsky, he reminds me of the way you work, even though when he's not doing portraits, there's something about his line work and it kind of reminds me of what you do. There's
Okay.
another one from the same group called Alexei von Jorlensky,
All
and
right.
ski is Y at the end, not I. I'll send you a link, but he's
Okay.
got the way he does portraits is really wild colour and not particularly realistic and bold black lines. So again, it was another one I thought maybe look at him.
Yeah. I'll have a look. And one, I remembered what I was going to tell you, and that is that you know how I just showed you this one, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
And I look at that, and if somebody else had done it, because I love the grungy kind of look that
Yeah.
other people do, like Louis Rossignol, like I've mentioned before. But
Yeah.
when I do it, I look at it and then I kind of dismiss it.
Yeah, it's a self-critical.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
the
oh,
inner critic creeping in, isn't it?
yeah,
It's yeah, because that's quite normal for all artists, I think. I mean, I look through my sketchbook sometimes and I think, oh God. But then I think if I'd have looked at somebody else's sketchbook and that sketch was in it, I'd think, I really like that. But it's
yeah,
just somehow because you do it, you kind of think, oh, it can't be good then because I did it.
yeah. And
Do you know what I mean?
I think as well because I know that I've maybe spent 20 minutes on the initial drawing,
Mm,
that you kind of dismiss that again. But I actually quite often like those quick sketches better than I like,
mm.
more laboured work, which is really odd, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why when I do my sketching, I used to, sometimes I go in with a faint pencil line before, but most of the time when I'm out, from life, I'll just go straight in with a pen because once you've taken time and you've done a pencil and then you try and do it spontaneously afterwards, it just doesn't work. It doesn't have the
Yeah.
same energy. So it's a kind of similar thing, really.
Yeah, because I think that's what when I started doing the first drawing for these, I was so terrified because you're filming yourself as well.
Mm,
And it's that apprehension, isn't it? When you don't know what
yeah.
you're going to create, you don't know. Like if you're drawing something relatively realistic,
Yeah.
you kind of know the outcome you want. But
Yeah.
when you're drawing and you have no idea where you want it to go,
Yeah.
it's that apprehension of starting.
Mhm.
It's very odd. So I was going in with pencil first, but yeah, that doesn't really work for me, I don't think, in general.
So what's the plan for week two?
Week two, I think that I'm going to explore mark making. And I
Right.
don't, because what really inspired me, I liked your video that you made, one of our Art Kick Sundays, where you got objects that you found in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
I don't necessarily mean that I'm going to find bits in the woods, although I might find bits around the house and bits of cardboard, bits of twig and everything. But even just to test out the stuff that I've got. So, for example, I discovered how I like drawing with that pen on the side.
Yeah.
But that's a simple mark making technique, isn't it? That I've
Mm,
just never tried. And I've got all these
yeah.
materials. So I've got neo color pastels, but I've never tried dipping those in water. And
Right.
so exploring what I've got and what you can do with it, I think that's one
Well, it's a
thing.
bit like you were using charcoal in one of your drawings, weren't you? And then you used water with it, which
Yeah,
you'd never done. And it
no,
is surprising, because you wouldn't think of putting charcoal and water together, would you?
no. Have you tried it?
Oh, years ago, I used to work. I can't bear working with charcoal only because I cannot stand the powdery feel on my hands. I actually love charcoal, but I
Yeah,
don't like that feeling. And also because I'm an oil painter,
yeah,
having charcoal in an oil painting studio is not a great idea because obviously I don't want dust floating around landing on
yeah.
my painting. So, but so
Nightmare.
so you're going to be practicing with new tools, trying new tools, and maybe
Yeah,
finding some.
I've
Um,
actually taken a bit of inspiration from there was an art class well, it's on a platform called Creative Bug, and I'll put a link to the class. And I've now forgotten the woman's name who runs it, but she just goes through mark making and suggestions on that. So that was quite interesting. And then also there was another course from a platform called Domestika,
right.
which is actually it's all in Spanish, but they've got English subtitles.
All right.
And the guy is actually drawing animals, but he does mark making. He's the one who said, you've got all these tools, like the neo color pastels, but have you
Yeah.
tried dipping it in water
Yeah.
first? Have you tried all this? So yeah, I'm
Mm.
going to take a little bit of inspiration from those, and I say I'll put links to those in there as well. But yeah,
Great. Well, good luck with week two, and we'll catch up at the end and see how you got on.
yeah, thank you. I just want to ask you as well.
Okay.
You were trying to find your style for sketching, so how is that going?
Yeah, I think I've got a style for sketching when I'm out and about,
Yeah,
because there's only one style I feel it's possible to draw in those circumstances because you have to be really quick and
yeah,
you can't be pedantic about it. So that's fine. Um, but what I've realised, I've been sketching every day. I've been doing the 365 challenge, and what I've realised is that I do a lot of people and a lot of faces, but I avoid buildings like the plague because I find them so boring. I'm just so boring to draw. So what I'm focusing on this week is I'm trying to find quirky ways of drawing buildings that will go in with the style of my um, quick drawings of people. So when we
Yeah.
go to London and we do our sketching days, which well, usually when it's good weather, we'll go maybe once a week, won't we?
Once a
And
week?
once a week, once a month. That would be good, wouldn't it?
It
Once a
would be
week.
good, yeah.
But what I find is because I'm quick with the people,
Yeah.
but I'm laboured with the buildings. Well, that doesn't work as a sketch. So I need to kind of develop my building work into that kind of shorthand that I would use for a person.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, I even the people I maybe want to go slightly more real with them because usually mine don't even have faces.
Yeah.
I'll spend a bit more time on them to get faces and that. But when you're in a live situation, you can't always do that, can you?
No.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving the 365 challenge, and I think I was just having fun with it and drawing every day, something I love drawing.
Yeah.
But I think I need to use it to start approaching subjects that I'm less comfortable with because I'm a still life painter. So I never draw. I don't do urban sketching
Yeah.
really. So I really want to try and find that side of myself a little bit.
I was
So
going to say actually, I've had an idea, and I don't know if it would apply well to you, but you saying about buildings when you like drawing people, and something I might try later on is to apply a drawing of a person over a drawing of an urban
yeah.
sketch, maybe not back or something. It might be something you could try as well. I don't know,
Mm.
but you might hate the idea.
I was looking at a few videos on urban sketching and buildings, and as you know, I love Ian Fennel. We
Yeah.
interviewed him on our podcast, didn't we? He's adorable, and I love his sketching style. And when I was watching him do his initial sketch for a building, well, he was like, "Oh, that's a bit wonky," and it didn't matter. Somehow he made this building look just fantastic.
No.
And not a single part of it was straight. Well, I did that, and all I could think of, the perspective's not right. It's wonky. The lines. Do you know what I mean? I've got to get
Yeah.
that. I've got to rid that out because I'm a realism painter, but I don't want to be a realism sketcher.
Yeah.
I can draw realism, but I don't want that. I want to find that wilder side, that
Yeah. Ooh.
wild abandonment. That's what I want to find. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I want to kind of develop that style. And there was another sketcher. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. But anyway, he was doing buildings and he was drawing the people really simply over the buildings, and you could see the buildings through the people, if you
Oh,
like.
that's nice
That was
idea.
quite
Yeah.
interesting because it
Yeah.
almost made it look like people had come and gone, but you could
Yeah.
still see that there'd been movement there. So that was an interesting idea for me. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, well, shall we catch up again next week?
Okay, we'll do.
Yep. All right.
On.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. If you want to follow along with the challenge, you can go to kickingthecreatives.com/FYAS, which stands for Find Your Art Style, or you can subscribe to us on YouTube. And Sandra and I will be having talks each week just to discuss how I'm getting on with finding my style.